My new chains, I ain't even drop shit. Oh, you with the up now, still don't stop shit. I'm half aging, that's how I have to use top sticks. For my Hellcat shot to make a new cat trick. I had a 40-minute set with my ex bitch. I had my wife bitch, mixing all the black bitch. My mama told me that she had the one that jacked me bitch. When we go for the stone, tell me shit. I changed it. Big brain, but now I want the championship. 16, I'ma take the cars and the clips. You don't really like a fucking rock. When it was time to shoot the fucking clock, you was skills. Gritty color woman's gonna say it on the trip. More than it, I want to spill out the slips. I see brains like that. I only say I'm dying now. Spend their hustle, they gon' think they gon' catch fish. And I be happy like a nigga can't catch this. Fuck you, your dog, nigga, come and get the shit. I'ma need bigger arms for this fucking 10 mil. Once all the time, nigga, I'ma need 10 mil. Now just got a dirty stone, nigga, windshield. Big truck, sort of fuck, nigga, ass the road scale. You know I'm up when I'm about a fucking Trump hotel. What you do when you get they roll in, one fence on the truck, those balls on the stairs. I'm a boss, so until the lunch said, oh well, Brady said, got a bread up before it goes down. Looking for me, I'm doing something when it's past down. I'm white, never keys, nigga. Egg you don't make it shake, make it wiggle like a fish tail. I've got shots, so let's fuck niggas, get well, tell me I can't play away. Well, with a white person, chain, switch it up, it's rap, you speak, and it's never wait, no, it's there. Take a little from the spec, because he didn't stand. Bring the right side, second bitch, some study fail. If he had feet, I would've went to the NFL. Boy, let the cop fall, I can get him bitch bail. If we had the feet, I would've went to the NFL. If we had the feet, I would've went to the NFL. If we had the feet, I would've went to the NFL. If we had the feet, I would've went to the NFL. I tell Shaw it's been around and watch it. Spikes in the chain, hurt bitch hands if you reach for it. That's the only bitch that ain't a keyboard. Plus spoilers in his brain when they restore. He love to clean up, he's a need for it. He's a house with a zero between 3 4. Travel from a physical pitchfork. Around that spot, shot until he gets for it. They brought a whole child out, ran a big sport. I ain't kissing that bitch like she got lip for it. She walks silver when I give her plastic sport. And I'm running, I ain't even got a hit for it. Say he wants kicks, but no ass bitch for it. I'll spin a fuck nigga kickstart. Got a chick, chick finally down. When it's out of water, only heard he was a beauty and he got started. I had to go from the face, flying head is hard. Tell her I'm ready to check, coming heavy. I bought them made busy, know they say it's Chevy. They can't decisions like a dog. They know where I'm at. If you get me, I've been in the pocket, I've been in the wallet. If you think you got it, then pull up from back. I'm teaching it solid, I'm just being honest. You ain't gonna like it, regardless, better make it. Niggas chasing like bonds, I'm gonna get impossible. Jesus and Denzel, bitch, I'm unstoppable. Every time I hit the stage, I make it. And get my G's keys, but I G's every time. And get my G's keys, but I G's every time. I tell Shaw it's been around and watch it. Every time I hit the stage, I make it. Yeah. I just pull up to the crib and then I.
FanDuel is dropping bonus bets into everyone's account for the tournament. All you have to do is opt in to claim your bonus. But don't wait. These bonus bets are only available for a limited time. FanDuel, play your game. 21 plus in President Select States. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Max bonus $500 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Get it, YouTube. Get it, baby.
Alright, me and Georgie in the A, we flying in that shark tank. They gon' 50 miles where we from, that make you shark back. Top dog, I ain't down, you won't hear me bark back. You know I'm coaching the star back. He a voice and I ain't mixed. If I can tell this charm fake, best believe he try to throw it, I'ma go Jamar Chase. Why that playing, we gon' turn his block into some hurricanes. Where they Hayward, even white boy up to the shrimp and grits.
Yeah, that's why I'm rolling all the time. I start to want to shine. If you a young nigga, get gangsta. And I'm all the time. When I be on the grind, and all these niggas wanna hate. Yeah, that's why I'm rolling all the time. I start to want to shine. If you a young nigga, get gangsta. So you know, in the front of all, I ain't out until my soul. Just don't look on you, bro. Still is no more, but it never goes. Gotta see that door, be grinding for some since I love you, yelling with my bro, making music for the door. Leave me so fucking up, I'll be full of glory post. It's being freedom, and you know we got that roll, full of killing for the and for a trust, I'm a call for infection, I'm a something's got no love for the if I have my mark, see the in the spot, bitch, I can't run from the top. Now I'm getting, I'm gonna be all the time, but I'll be on the front, and all these niggas want, yeah, I'm rolling all the time. Life won't shine, if you a young nigga, here's my fault, I'll be all the time, and I'll be on the ground, and all these niggas want to hate. Yeah, that's why I'm rolling all the time, life won't shine, if you a young nigga, I'm drunk down, man, I this down, get up and roll, and roll, and roll, telling my mom that I'm all of the doom. Tell me we need some more. Now let's hit the job, y'all. I'm 50 and Tato, and I know we got them all. All my friends who are me in my trouble. Yeah, I'm fucking for my dots. Yeah,
A venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002. There's a look at the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. And tonight we've got a good AFC matchup on tap. As over to Kansas City Chiefs taking on the New England Patriots.
Get it.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Foxborough. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they go play action with May. Open man, the Talon Henry.
Yeah, drop. Yeah, drop.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll throw with May. Now he's going to step up and run. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
It's another Patriots first down.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Get it. T.O.
It's May. Now he'll tuck this in.
Nobody open.
And that
It's D, baby.
incomplete.
It's D.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. We're going to throw. May. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 15. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Able to slither by. Across midfield. He's on his way. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, 85 yards. And the Chiefs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive, he burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Let's get it, baby.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Douglas with a grab over the middle. Loose inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
1-yard line.
Crazy.
Throwing here is May. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
May looking to run. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Over the middle, and there's is a diving catch. It looks like they'll move things around here.
First down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here's May. And he'll take it into the end zone for a
Good shit, boy.
touchdown. Hunter Henry, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots are an extra point away from evening this one up. Now on to Borregales for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Chiefs.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that one too wide and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Now here's Mahomes. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 39.
14 yards. And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. A gain of 14. First down, Kansas City.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll try and do this himself. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 13-yard line. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And Mahomes will do it himself. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate, that was just incomplete.
Butker's kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Here is 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
To the air, May. He'll try and do this himself. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
They'll try and throw forward May. He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll drop this off to Pacheco. And the Chiefs are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
From the shotgun, it's May. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And it's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football. Knowing full well, he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Crazy.
Now back to throw.
Okay.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's good.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on E.A.Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to their coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Pacheco once again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Completes it to Douglas. Down the right sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great effort there. 70 yards. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Chiefs are going to make the recovery. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Second down and a little more than a yard here. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And Mahomes will do it himself. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Chiefs.
Yellow.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on E.A.Sports. Here's a 2nd and 5. Now Mahomes. And that to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Bell's going to step up and run. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he's hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He'll try to do it himself. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Pacheco is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Looking to throw is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he's going to be taken down. But there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold or did they rough the quarterback? Mahomes now on the sneak. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Chiefs are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Butker on for the PAT. And his guys will take a 2-point lead.
Yeah.
after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's really the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here. And they are in.
Thank you very much. Good game.
Highlights. Intercepted. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
Highlights.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a fourth-quarter pick-6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick-6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that last pick-6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Second and 10. They'll throw with May. He'll get this into the hands of Stevenson. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 30. That's good for a Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They're going to throw. May. Open man, the tight end Henry. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Crazy.
From the gun, it's May. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read a receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Here's second and 10. To throw, it's May.
Okay. Flag me.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. The extra point now for Borregales. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score. Chiefs 31. Patriots 21.
So down a couple scores, only one timeout left. You figure they have to get this one. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Second and 1.
Pacheco gets it again on second down. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. That flag, that'll push him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Yellow.
Again, it's Pacheco. 4 yards there on the carry, gets it back to 2nd and 11.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Handoff now for Pacheco. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And they just did not get the snap away in time. Well, just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places.
Game,
you have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air free.